Hello and good morning. Welcome back to your daily dose of EOS. My name is Jack, and you can find me on Twitch and Twitter as Jack Wells. You can find me on Telegram as Blua Beleno, and if you want to watch more of my content, you can catch me in the short URL for YouTube, bit.ly/JackWells. So let's get right into it, starting with the price of EOS. Here we have CoinMarketCap open. You see the market is kind of mixed today. Bitcoin's dropping a little bit, just 0.2%. Ethereum's up a little bit, Ripple's up a little bit. Bitcoin Cash announced they were going to fork yesterday, so I guess a lot of people wanted to buy in and get the forked Bitcoin Cash tokens. So they jumped quite a bit yesterday, 10%. And with EOS, we have a slight bump, 0.74% up from previous day, continuing the momentum. I think that's just people noticing that the EOS hackathon, but I could be very wrong. That's coming up in San Francisco, but again, maybe it's I'm overthinking it, because personally I am going to San Francisco hackathon, and I'll update you on that once I'm there. I'll be making videos hopefully if the event isn't too crazy. But anyway, so yeah, up 0.74%, keeping up the momentum from the few previous days. On the token side, there were a few new tokens that were listed on the exchanges. I haven't heard any new tokens being announced yet. ZKS is listed on Newdex, which the price was pumping a little bit, so I thought it would be a good time to sell it for a bit of profit. So a couple other tokens, chips tokens I had on my other account, but that's pretty much it. No new tokens, no brand new tokens at least. TGC also was listed on Newdex yesterday. Is a slot game on the EOS network. You could play with the EOS token or the TGC tokens. So play at your own peril. So going to some more general news. Wax chain is a blockchain that's based on EOS. Hit the number 1 on the blocktivity.info website. So if you don't know anything about Wax, it is a gamer, like a in-game skin trading platform. You could essentially buy new skins for your character, kind of like Fortnite, how people buy different costumes, and you could trade it on that blockchain. I think they're doing a stress test of the network, so that's why they are way up there with their activity. I don't think this is gonna last for the entire duration, but I could be wrong. They are partnered with Gas Unchained, which is pretty interesting, which is one of the main projects that's happening on the EDM network, and it's backed by Coinbase. I have participated in the car sale, initial car offering, if you will. I think it's a pretty interesting project, but I'm not too I don't have too much ambition for it. So that's Wax hitting up the number 1 spot. Is also a EOS chain based blockchain. So the top 4 spots are all created by Dan Larimer, very high performing blockchains. Speaking of high performing blockchains, going back to the bit of the news yesterday of the Next Web. So the Next Web, had a I would say the bias report, not Next Web, sorry. Consensus commissioned a bias report on EOS yesterday by a firm called Whiteblock, and they do have they got a live stream their testing of the EOS based blockchain they're doing, and we highly recommend you to go and RSVP. I think it'd just be interesting exercise. I have read a little bit of the report, and I think that what they are saying is that EOS is not a blockchain because it doesn't have the simple public-private key pair. They say blockchain EOS is more of a distributed cloud service, which I disagree. but I think it would be still be interesting to watch live stream and see what they say about EOS. Okay, moving away from that, we have the release of Scatter 9.6, a huge speed up for the app across the board, making it sleeker and more responsive internally and when connecting interactive applications. I'm very excited about that. I have recently installed Scatter Desktop and have uninstalled. Well, I still use it, but I would disable Scatter extension on the Chrome, which was a extension I really love because it was so simple and it's so quick. I was a little bit saddened when they say they're gonna stop supporting it, and I had to update the Scatter Desktop, which it works, but it could get pretty annoying sometimes when you're trying to interact with applications because sometimes it's not responding to the application. You have to close it, open it up again, refresh the page, and it was a lot of work if you want to, if you do what I do, which is testing a lot of these apps. So it really got to me. So I'm just really happy that they're working on fixing that. So that's great, and there's a number of other improvements in terms of user experience, which is very important. So yeah, that's Scatter 9.6, sorry. So I highly recommend you go get it. I'm gonna go install it just after this video, so I'm looking forward to that. And one last thing before we wrapped up is that Yum is having an Airgrab token. I have played this game once, I think. It is a coin flip game. So you either flip heads or tails, and then, you know, if you win heads, you win 1.96. You can see faintly in the background. That's how much the multiplier is for your bet. You get 1,000 Yum tokens, and they are listed on Newdex. So the ZKX you can see here. I was looking at earlier. The price was coming up, and I sold quite a bit of it. All of it actually. So you get 31 ZKSs for your airdrop from the airdrop, and I just decided that would be the time to cash out. So Yum is listed since the beginning of November. So if you want to go grab the token, if you decide to sell it or whatever, do keep in mind you do have to play one game and pay for the RAM that's required to add the token to your account. So just you do the cost analysis benefit, if it's worth it for you. I haven't done it. I don't think I want to be bothered with it, but that's just a piece of information for you to have. And last but not least, I want to welcome the new subscribers to my channel. For Buzz, Alexis is a personal friend of mine, so hello Alexis if you're still watching. Also, Continuous BCT commented on my video on November 1st, saying that he would love to see a detailed review of EOS Play, the first lottery dApp on the EOS mainnet. Yes, if I ever get around to it, I will take a look at EOS Play quickly. The Crypto Type commented on my November 2nd video about the bias consensus report. People seem to spend a lot of time trying to bring down EOS instead of working on their own project. I wonder why. It's like Gandhi said, right? First they ignore you, which is what happened in the beginning of EOS when it was building up to launch. People just kind of wrote it off, and then they laugh at you, and which is exactly what they did when we launched the network. There was a lot of we experienced our difficulties, so people say that it wasn't a functioning product, it was crashes all the time, it's garbage technology, just saying these kind of things. Then they fight you, which is the stage we're at now, where they are commissioning reports negative to try to almost attack the image and the brand of EOS. And last but not least, then you win. So first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win. So I'm looking forward to the last stage where our technology and the application that's being built on top of our technology really shines and just discredits all the things that our detractors have said. And also I want to have a big warm welcome for Ken and Raw. So thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. If you are watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to hit the subscribe button and leave a like, and leave any comments you want, what kind of things you want to see on this channel, and I'll make it work. So thank you very much, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next Monday.